Big Joe Paint Enterprise Kahubi and Agai. Omoda woman na wie woti anuanu mienu enka e wo fidie kase su na ye ne aye di ho eye chia me hima eye me mame ama eduwa me ni menua ba
mame akosia akokasia no emuchiremu ni
Ewusia yefuru kase na se ewa santimante masakware mampon mensirimu kroba kwa wa efa na sawase ne patem mu esa sawase pelele ewo ene ekwa akogina me no kase die giant bi to wo na chese structures wo nyina ahyedwerebe na okopiem sa sawase pelele wo ne dia na nya agrokura structures wo nya wooden structures enta abodan ko a ene wo mpatem wo na dum dwedwumeko ne kire se ene de ya ebe oba na pa no nsia sima miensa bi pa wo pepepe eno munya kwa chese kire se asanwase woni ne patem wo ne jato nto momode enko ho na wo so bukopie mu wona esabo eya na pa no nsia ne sima pa be yedun sumbi eno mode kopie mu no moduru wonom enam se dan na kaka bo hunti no eho ye de mom ye pa nsa no mo bepri watumi edum jane kura no mo so mo wie me jane ba fom kura na esabo de sa na pa no nso sima be ye edum yensa bi ene de so mutumi de dum jane wie ye na chese dum je dum eko panyini pa woda no wo so eye asokore mampom eye wowura na se commander DO3 wakana Daniel echemu chese asam na abasa na eye no kure se ne na chese nkofo eka ne sa no so muduru wono ne se ne dan na bobon wetu munya kwaikura emfem enkodum jano na nso ni nyina mwacho mutumi fa kwa bia so edum jane de na nso ni nyina de eja na omudum ni nyina echi kurampo no ejapade ahyenye japade koto esense structures woni ni nada ahyedwere pe no wi no ochemche so no kurampo wote wo eno obi friends na ho matrofo so no ankasa de de ne se omu yi ambulance entino ni se bi obi pu na yale ana so obi na etwahwe eno mo pa ambulance wo no che nipa nsa ha se no enya ambulance tina bia na wo frɛ sa no afo mu hwehwe hwebo wu no hu se sa na eja na ato ba bia che se nipa ne frɛ na wo ye mistake sa eno na nam so ate so mu twimi ko kopie mo wo ache se omutumi dum dia no mu wie no mo koto sere se wo bi bia obefrɛ dum dia dwume ko se bibi ato eja to ba bi nto mmehwe no nipa ne nka no ye ma ne nkofrɛ nka se kwabra ne ye ambulance enso de bia na ye che se dum dia dwume ko na wo se ebopiri wo ento so wo fra no omode abonkyeremu ye se na be omo so behunu be bi omode eye che so omo ne oma eba befa
the call at 0603 hours. And so quickly, that's Global Fire Station main, that's the DT crew had to be dispatched to the scene, and they arrived at the scene at 0617 hours. And so on arrival, I think they observed that multiple makeshift wooden structures used as dwelling place were involved in fire. And so one major challenge that the men face has to do with having access to the place. And so the fire truck has to park at a distance, then multiple or several length of hoses were laid to the scene for them to commence firefighting. And so currently as we speak, the fire is under control, and I think, let me do my hat out to my men. They've done a very fantastic job. You can tell the smoke that they were inhaling and all that, but with their skills and experience, they've been able to bring the fire under control. And so now we are trying to see to extinguish the fire totally, and when that is being done, then we'll commence our investigation to ascertain what really caused the fire outbreak. And so the location here is Ababu Kelele. I'm still picking the number, but then if I'm to estimate, to be more than 300 wooden structures over here that have been affected, and you can tell that the structures with their contents were consumed, totally consumed by the fire. And these are some of the ravaging effects of fire outbreaks. So normally we advise that persons should take fire safety measures very seriously, and also if an incident starts, at least one can make an attempt to put out the fire whilst awaiting for the fire service. And another issue also has to do with when the incident happens, quickly the call has to get to us for us to put out, for us to come and then put out the fire. Let me tell you what happened this morning. I received a call from someone. These are some of the issues that I think we need to address. I received a call. Somebody called me, an unknown number. So I picked the call. And what the person said was that he needs ambulance service. So I was like, ambulance service? Yes. So I had to quickly give the ambulance service number to them. But upon realizing, I called back to find out from the person what really is the issue. Initially, the person was saying the ambulance service is needed. Ambulance service is needed. And I asked what is involved in fire. Then he then added that it's a structure that is involved. There's a wooden structure that is involved in fire. So I told the person that you've given us wrong information. This is on my personal life, because the information you gave to me has to do with ambulance. I don't know when it's a fire outbreak. And so the person just apologized and then dropped the call. But as at that time, the men have been dispatched to the scene.
Openyina wakasa ye municipal fire commander DO3 wakana Daniel wano asakware mampon municipal fire commander.
Superintendent Kwame Boadi Ashanti Regional MTTD Commander Andrew Adawo Penyi beye ensemtrofo enhyiamum na ne hyiamu dia na se na papa dia to dwetwem twese ehun be hia papa se empempe no se bia emergency bisi ebia kwanhya bisi enipa bi yade watwa hwere na ye pekampo de na tuma kopiem e wa yaresabia ene de be wansa taxi ni afra no hwibe na wakopiem e wa hospital wom wose ehun be hia papa sade ne kebe ya kebe tumi ejai na se emergency ni si ya free ambulance wow be wan say wo madu ehwo na ade ntia eye superintendent Kwame Boadi ekasa semwe ene say wasi ebi wo kwala dipa no nya oxygen bi edi besi ne soa na nka wodi aduru hospital wo taxi na binim etiabansa na nipa no mpo wo betumi ahwe ne nkwa e wo taxi ne mo nti obomodin a e ka kire amasanyi na say emergency bi ba free ambulance na mom enye taxi
Mumfre ambulance because when anybody don't fever be a collapse here hospital and so critical. I was so unya nimdia obetumi a condition so be ya obey stable and so that no draw. Who do not to task him? Aba be pipi no be you want to ya best say asem say mumfre ambulance na mum location number 4 munko. No mun to me stabilize the balance na oba hand over my doctor. It is that in India and also enyefe emfata.
Abusiani Pokasa ye Ashanti Regional MTTD Commander Superintendent Kwame Boadi.
Abusiani ko ayedom kuma na fema wo mashebedwefie na andra romoko asetena wie no NHS enefonnum na omohye se kwamode kwatena se abomade adwendwene ma ho na chese etumi abo omai Ghana no andra domo sa akoya de so mode ko wie na no na omo wie no mashebedwene ma wale mpesua sofo ni menyafo Abdul Kabiru tia Mahama ene samtofo nkomo na nkasa mu na wo kire se afra te se eye putupuru fra ye from na nkasa no wo dwe ho a wonte asesan se enuma ne jese ade ehia o se komo ka mo asem pempe pa no sopo no omoto bebregu a je so dwe ho a wonte asese obobetena se o man nkasa asem no enti ono de wo se enya de asa de we na ye from putupuru so mo nkwatena se nkasa asem no wo dwe ho a wote ase yeye wo se o mo chemu aduaso num ne de eyade o mo wesini nyina egu a ade ankasa ehia o se komo ka mo asem no o man tumi ankanti ano ne de wo dwe ho no ankasa no wonte ase na wonte ase so ne eni china.
Rudely recall us from our recess where we were engaging with our constituents as part of our civic and parliamentary responsibility to the people of Ghana. We are to come back basically to do 3 things. 1, to consider and possibly approve the Depositors Protection Amendment Bill, which was one of the reasons why the Speaker recalled us back to attend to. The second thing was to consider the appointment, the nominees of ministers of state. And the third one was to consider the nominees appointed to the Supreme Court of the Republic of Ghana. These were the 3 main business, even though we in the minority had other businesses of import, i.e. a motion filed by the minority to investigate the losses that have been occasioned by Gold Board. The Speaker was very clear when we met on the first day, on Monday, that he wanted to limit the business of the House to those matters that necessitated the recall of Parliament. We reluctantly agree with the Speaker that the matters should be limited to the reasons why they recall Parliament. But you've seen, today is the 3rd day of the 5 days that we've been recalled to sit. Effectively, we have wasted about 75% of the time. And I'm seeing a situation where the government wants us to, rush through a single day of everything. That has been very characteristic of this government, to use a single day to railroad everything that they want to go through in a single day. That is not democracy. So these are the issues that we think that the Ghanaian people should know. Even when they were going to address you, you realize that they didn't even have numbers to come and stand down to even explain why they are adjourning the House. The minority who is not even supposed to be prosecuting government business, we are here in our numbers to support the government, to do the government business. Yet still, the government is at large. If there is no direction in this government, if there is no leadership in this government, they should better hand over to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to lead us so that we can get government business ongoing.
And when you for Abdul Kabiru tia Mahama, one no ye mashibedeni ma wale mpesua so for wakasa wie no and chesa minority chief whip on Nyamford Frank anodom prenso eso mashibede fie no kasa he and o chemu chese edom kuma no edom dodo no omo no mo na mo chese o mutumi so na chese o mo ye ya na ye frɛ putupudu so mo kwatena se na chese o mo mɔmɔde ankeka ka asɛm bi ebetumi abo o maiga no mo dwendwendwe o maiga no wesan sai and na ya basahale so mo kɔye no na potoka ze ka emergency recall wo so bokotira asesa na sense no masade ade ni na abawie yesa no wo di no wanti ase esense no mabi wo wo mantumi anwie enti wo se mama no omoba no be chi o mase yie no manti ase de omo ye no kura.
Right Honorable Speaker had directed that this recall is limited to the urgent reasons why which were
minority whip. Are you taking your colleague on?
Oh, so I'm not. She's my friend. I will not take. We are in leadership together. I'm just for the record. Just for the record. The Right Honorable Speaker had indicated that we limit this recall to certain key business. Amongst them is the banks and specialized deposit taking institution amendment bill. That was part of the business that was prior agreed. I've seen it's here. It's advertised on the order paper. I can understand if you won't take the energy minister. I'm not sure you have to define you as a friendly friend because your bill is not going to be taken. But that is just by the way. The Bank of Ghana bill is part of the essential businesses to be prosecuted. And it's here, respected Deputy Whip. You should be telling this House why we are not taking this business. You should be telling this House, other than just saying we walk in less than 2 minutes and we should adjourn. Under 24-hour economy, Right Honorable Speaker had directed.
One million for Frank, I don't know, Minority Chief Whip.
Abusia wa sansem kwanda mu wa bra ye dom kuma ne ye wa moso central phone share mu wiye na ye first deputy majority shape me kire ye dom dodo no training abedi e kire wonu edikan wanu asa kasa gina mu se ma shebe dwani a wa so ma de she wa adam honorable comfort doye wanu so be kasa be defending ne nkrofo ye papa na ne kasa ye mum na odi atujo chemtwe se ye nuanum dom kuma se ma mu kai de se ye ba ha ya be waste mo time ne ade ade na kire say esanse enchepi ena Ghana mampanyi John Dramani Mahama wo bo asofo mienu bi na hu behia papa se ma hye bedwanom ye betumi abekari wo mo bisebusa wo manu di samasana ya je wo matum ama mo so adwuma ye de hye wo mo sa no wo matumi efrase enti se mo se frɛ na ye frɛ mo ba ya mba ye hwe na ase ase mo mrede a na wo no so de ase ma wo ke wo so no mo ya adwene kura enye ye esanse sa eye mpanyifo mienu ye pa wo mo se ba konkohwe environment na ba konso enhwe local chieftaincy se mo trafia na ahye wonu so mudwumadi esenkomudi e de bo man Ghana kan se ekechire enti de mo ne ye kan de ye dwene ho a enye ye yentumi enti ase so de biarada.
And we are working. We call the House to come and see and work. And we are working. So why are they complaining? There is a series of committees, meetings, and other things concerning the vetting of the two ministers and then the judge. What they should know is if we don't recall this House and they vet the ministers, there will be nobody to approve them to go back to their sector ministries to work on their budgets. So that's the main reason why we are here. Tomorrow, if not because minority were complaining too much, like they will start the vetting yesterday, we approve them today, then tomorrow we do 2 or 3 businesses. Friday.
Abusia no shebe dwani wa so ma de hye wo ada honorable comfort doye nika na ebe yati.
Abai ba so no enna mo ye nhyehyɛ ekopi mo bɔko atifidu mantemu a ena je sento kwabi wo ho a na asomdie ni wokora abai ba so no esanse wo hye bosase eto abama na obɛhwɛ ama bɔko ne patemu de asomdie akoso nti no bomode atu anamom ema de kɔto eye wo sai eye wo otumfo wote kokoso ana so sɛ wo momode amoa na wo nyina enkwan no mo nhwɛ sɛ asomdie bɛba bɔko ampa otumfo so wote kokoso bomode aye na famu dia asomdie be na msukura na chese omudi hu nkrata no bibia ekoma Ghana mampanyi John Dramani Mahama na no omudi koma ni wie ne ehwese bia Ghana mampanyi John Dramani Mahama beka bibia fa ho ene de yendro da ene chese obo omudi atra ho se enkrata omudi amani na chese sese asumdwe enya abawo ne sentine ntokwa so ba ntokwachi no ejapade sesei ene eba chese mpuntu nso ebokro nipa ne senti Ghana mampanyi John Dramani Mahama fa ne tumi so a wabomodi adwere hu se sefata say omiye bibi maboko ene ne patem ene to aboto for foto de boy no so de 1 billion Ghana cedis ene te sa tuma no wa power so afo na se mpanyifo bi so omomodia no omo hwa so nhwe sai sika no ombetumi ade aye bibi amaboko ene ne patem wo na sa committee ya wa power mo woni pa wodo omano eye finance minister Dr. Kasiel Atoforsen wono ene do omano ena onipa ono so ka mo oye member eye machebe dwani maboko central onimya for Mahama Yaruga say mprempre inu ya body this say won kwankwa ye minister for local and chieftaincy no no ena onipa ono so ka bi tampani wono so eye ohinema tampani His Royal Majesty Cletus Abugri Upper East Regional Minister enso aka ho bi eye akamugri Donatus Atanga wono so aka ho bi sanso na machebedwani ma eye karu Dr. Thomas Winsum Anaba wono so aka ho bi omuni mpanifo Ghana man pani John Dramani Mahama abo muni say sa foto no monkosho so no monhwe so sa sika no matum na e bibia baboko ama mpuntuo nso abawo wase sa de omo ye nyomo ye se mpuntuo be sa baboko bi mesan say entukwa chi ni nyoma bebre eba echire
2025, we received the report of the Otunfo Mediation Committee, and during the receipt of that mediation report, I announced that it was time for the guns to be silenced in Boko, and that the issue of Boko would be resolved through the lawful process, upholding our constitution and our laws, and that any other outstanding issues can be handled traditionally. The report announced the Boko Revitalization Fund to be dispersed by a committee chaired by the finance minister. The allocation for the Boko Revitalization Fund has been made, and it is 1 billion Ghana cedis. 2025, we received the
Ghana man penny John Dramani Mahama ena wakasai no abusia yenkotwa maiso na yenkoton wade mbrana adwumako bia da women na woti enka wie yo na emum menkamfo special eyes and smart up menwa water ye ma me akosua preso wote menka me mo aho ewie wada wuro ma enti ne enye nso we bi nom ene ele no obo no bobo ansa na wo benura ni so wo say yes smart up menwa water ne muode papa na wo penso yi bi etu atom wo penso yi bi etu akwakwa ewe o wedding o party bi bia this a man me akosua prince won ko am che special eyes smart up menwa water no ma me nkwa na tubi ndedi bia badwa ma so wodum kwa patam ya se ya ye nya bia nom wo kwa na so ye won so ma me ni muti wo buade wo bre ne ho ase o wodon to wo kasa wo koto ade na wa ho fama ode be ma no kwa woni beche enti bomodia na ko wona kwaji bi ampa so da woro ma be bia wo bia wo te ya ho mema ampa de be bre be bia wo bia ene your friend door to door delivery no enti bomodia wo pese oba ya so ye won so na bomodia gba na ya ba dunkwaso so wo hwe eye Lydia Butcher drugstore nasa Prince Bar no omo be ho pa bi woti asem na miken from 0545805261 0545805261 Vego Target Electrical Sebra home appliances and electrical appliances in your to mi wo ebeboa one way gang organ cables earth rod ceiling standing fan fridge TV papa and building materials we say door keys China doors in nata ebi wo school bag so akofan bebra open do to obenye bi ewo ho kitchen appliances so bebre wo ho entibomodia na kwa yam free old I am free Kesiem and on any shady motu knife mines gate where the Kwajama road no mabo or mabo massase kama a dinosaur ye pan yomegum open no do motu ababuaka crabby swa wababwa the answer for Vego Target Electricals while mature for you so 0545501710 and 0557235569 na that cool semen control said adene die wo scan wodi bi wodi ase na be ya wu na wufune mu ayedu ne yetama ye wusa maami watiase papa watiase no odidi na scan wo bedi die na nso wodi a ka hu so ba be ko school wa so da chi bi no baby bi besi dan wo beto asase wo be project bi ni nyina ye sika bia na wo be yo enu tina dunkwa every teachers cooperative union sabo modi abrade be sie scan ni bi ebia na wo ti ni bumma kwa kosia na ye wo ya entu tu so kakranka eno oba 10 series ade chi oba 5 so betu na iska bebre eno ne friends susu savings no enti bomodia na ko won na enu omkodi kasubom na mboa service account shares account child education account abofra na disuemu na education mo ni ni all this card to na chinka kran fixed deposit account nyala na wosu wo abomodia di no kro wo nsie mu wo sikasemu no ni na opelo ne ebeboa wo say susu loan business loan ni ebeboa wo na de yansa bomodia atwe ahomatrofo afra na so be we shokwan e wo se hwebe kwai wase kropon dia so ene dunkwa ase no matena ya kase wo eno no mo wo eye chese Fishery Corporation kan Fishery Corporation wo no wo no main office no be Fishery Commission obetumi afọ 0332222800 033222 0802800 wana wobetumi afro mo ewo so buffalo for koko ampa we ni say na eboa akate etu asese hu ene eche say koko sontontom wo pam no emfatie wo pam no chese mo bai na buffalo for koko entumi empam no de yen say wo baji bi ni we spray wo say wo spray na foduasa ene obo wansa insects ni na hwem omukọ buffalo for koko no ene nkofo edi adanse enya de keto akora omo di adanse sense e makoko no enyini hunahun e makoko no eso esense mfotie ne chese ntafro hwan mu nyina medi agoro wo so buffalo koko e na edi koko yi nkwa enti bomodia na kwaji bi na mbo wai mesrawo agrochemical shops bia wo wiase fa na nyina mekire o mai mu nyina obenya bi ato open dodo so atu aton ana open dodo so atu a mesra fred I was 0544 444301 and 0544 444303 o from mombeje o so kama ama so akonya bidia gu koko so koko ni sese ebeto ezika we wo no detra ho no bi emfa enya yi Big Joe Paint Enterprise paint papa himfie no mesra wo paint no wakọ akoto paint bi a paint wo down na popo bibire che ekuro bi ba ofie kura nya akono inso to ya nani ne hwane ho mesra beti kwadi Big Joe Paint Enterprise ni bi aro de papa dudum no mabua kakra bi so beboa anu afre 0557 599133 0557 599133 again sabra na ebeje edro again malamix and again malamix isenu fever typhoid malaria dro mapa nkasa enti bomodia ne ko ebetwitu kama beji bi wate agan eboa na se wontumi nda ebetwe mo wada agan eboa na wo typhoid no ntweso etumi aboa wo agan eboa na chese wo system no mecho immune system na support ne kama wonya hoode etumi akon yale bia agan eboa ma nkasa woni pedua na etumi agina blanne enti bomodia na beji agan bi na mum obetumi afre ewo 0500 888-830 and 0241-604-702 ebusuya yentua ewe protobe kase bone sumawu na yenko insemfufrum
ya twaso akwanim ewo ensafofro mu na America sia no eremu ewo Ghana mampanyi John Dramani Mahama na bede tree eye professor na Jeno Poku Ajima na kache endrada ena mami kopie mu ewo Rwanda na ehwo na wokwa no so wode Ghana de hye no mo ho ena ekwodi kasubom komodidie mu a ena wochim chese so ya Ghana ni mapa na so obepie mu ewo eye krom hadiam ehu benya papa se Ghana embassy ewo ha se odo ho ebekwa akwakyere endie bibi kakra yenim fa ho no akeka de akyere wo mo wakyere bi se bi obinka sa asem mbra na emo bibia na sa asem bi sia ene papa ne ehu se wo hya na emwa bi Ghana so beye ede abo no obatumi etu ho ehu anamon ententem na ne kwakra mu no ene ode to so wo twentwese enye se bia wo de ho ba be kyere bibia ne na de beye tetete o sa se da bi okyena asem nti ene ode sa asem we eto manim.
So this is so important for us that I want to urge all of you, if you haven't done so, please register with our embassy. We need to know where you are, not only because of the trouble, but just for us to know. You know, recently we had a bit of a problem in South Africa. We went to our database. We saw a certain number. We started planning, and it didn't work because the number was about 4 times what we had seen. If we had known that, then people didn't have to wait in difficult situations. At least we could have done the best we could. So please, it's very, very important that we know where you are. We are not trying to, don't want to use the word mafia, but we are not trying to spy on you. No, that's not it. But we just need to.
Mampanyi abedi chere Professor Jane Opoku Ajima.
Na special prosecutor Yura Kisie Jabe Andrew Dawo friends and trofo hie mu de nsam tutu ye nima say ye meka na tiefo nyina ntie na o my Ghana mu nyina ntie ne sam nyina ne se wo se be mfie num nie ene ye body di se wo mbra no be special prosecutor wo ahye wo meche office of special prosecutor wo no na opanyin se wodi ne dwuma na nsante me wo wa ye se special prosecutor ahye wo de ye yifli wo ade ye o mommoa enko ye ene adwuma so ye kora ye hunu so ene ontumi mbomodi amfo obi mpunko court da asem bi wo kora papa pentumi ndi ni ye wo hu de o ye no ho ene wo se nkofo akekasa aban mpanifo no dodo na mpo asole etia na nya de keto kora ene na papa yi kyerem kyerɛ sɛ hwɛ ade na ye kasa na nkofo pɛ se abolish sa OSP wana so ye wono de wo so no tumi wo se wonya hwe na mmom nkofo na time wo tan hunu ene o mede time no wonam so a o mede time na akotan ahye wo akye so mbeso mi ahye ni firi wo esan sa ahye wo de o mo ya de pa enti wono no de wonim sɛ tan ya obi wo ho a ne wanta wa bi ntinu ene o de ehu abufuo ne ehu ahi ne ehu tan ese sa ahye ni firi no pa de enka adwuma wo ye de enka nu ano enti special prosecutor yewra kesi ajabe ne nsɛm o kan no enie.
On another score, I state with extreme reluctance that some of the attacks intended at abolishing the OSP or dimming its light stem from personal dislike against the occupant of the seat of the special prosecutor and the operational director. The evidence has not shown that these unliked persons, including me, engage in obnoxious or untoward conduct. On the contrary, it is a case of simply a preference for other persons to me and the operational directors to drive down a public institution set up to fight corruption and to actively call for its abolition out of personal dislike for the principal office holders, not arising from any unbecoming conduct but a preference for other persons to occupy such positions, is the antithesis of development. It is all.
Yewra kesi ajabe afan so what so ne to so na watch say senso pono semfunso bi no waye na nam so mo pese ahye wono komo yifri wa omo kan wuri so bi afum so bata no na wono no sese wo hunu se nwa bia woye na nkoyi a eno no woni na hye ni na mo ka bom ama mo sese no nwa akoyi na wo kasi so dua sa afi na waba ne sa no waba ne sa re na de enya afi no baba grogro hu ne woni anu yetwewa no wotwa so twiri ade wakọ asem ni bia mamra no wadi enya de obaba kokko no ho kora nti wono no so okoto sere pa de edu ne de ye na yenta nechi na wotumi nkuntia ayekatare de proya ayekwaso wo maiga na yimu.
We admit that we are not above criticism, so we have taken the trouble to do a frank introspection as to whether these attacks, especially by public officers, intended to shut down the office or to extinguish its powers, have reasonable basis. We acknowledge that we have made mistakes. We do not claim to be a perfect institution. However, these mistakes are commonplace, and none of them is near enough basis for some public officers to actively run down the office. Truism is that no human agency may claim perfection, and certainly not a public institution in this republic. Therefore, if the basis of collapsing a public agency is that the entity in question committed common mistakes in the ordinary course of its work, then every public institution in Ghana should immediately be shut down. That is the absurd result of the official attacks against the OSP.
Opanyina wakasa ye special prosecutor yewra kesi ejaben ebusu akase no esi yenda wase se wonya abrani adaji etie ye wasem for penyu yenda na se so sem emaye shine kekeli loli ena de ko chese eye abafutite fidie su nebusu yakoto selemu enya mo akwasi adamu ko jaye na yenkosi yehini eye ohini ejekum tabuno adom nyame adom na adom bi adom ye sese mpanifo ahwese papa yi abrantie wo wura yi wo betumi edija asehini wo mfoma ma na yeye eno ti aboni tin nyame adaworo ma ye de ne tukosi akonya so eye kosi deda ye nim ye enyo no nko wone ne hima eye abnasa enti akoto sese ye nyina ye tiefuo chese dunkwane ne patemi nyina emomodia na yenkoja eye monkoja ye ne yenkonkosi na natabono eye jasehini na enye fe esanse ni munyam hye na wode hye ye no nti anapa no nkoro baba bepe kosi ada no na ye de ahyehye so o ba bepa che wafade no enye tuntum enkohye fufuo mesela tuntum se ne be ya yankoche udedua ho hye tuntum na yentu fa enkoja eye chese nana tabono ohini ejekum mesela wo wura bie di mfie ne eduonu nsia 26 ya friend Richard Inti na ene edin a obo obi abahu ne ekojo ana Inti na kojo ana Inti asma making yeso wayera ena anwadwade ye yesi mu ya na watwi mu yasem na making ahomache ena kojo ye chese anase Inti yehu na kira kwan na Inti wo yo bia so yare ento mo de ne ko asem bi ye asole dem so onkwaje ahwehwe na eho no eye de nyase a woda ho achese ne ho ato na ane sampuo na obi nim de ko bai ena kojo ebo mode free say asole dem ho a wodi ni ti abom a wayira yehunu na akodwo ye ni pakokko a chese wosa ye tietia pa wo maame di amafri ye na ne papa di master olu anaso oluman o maame no papa nyina ete dankro enti mesrew se woni mo bi e friend kodwa no hu abrantie bi ohra ne mfie no be ye duonu nsia wo ye kokko na wosa ye tietia no afra homatrofo 0553 010993 and 0242 167847. I was your fancy and now, any I would say and come with the Cassie soon. I am Mammy Amma Edu, a minimum.
Mammy Akosia Akon Lunch Cafe at Faso.
Mira, what the way I was a baby and found. See ya.